Today, guys, we're going to look at using dialogue in our stories. First question is, what is dialogue? Well, it's when you have characters talking to each other. And I'm going to show you how to set that out properly. The activity is to use a whole lot of dialogue in the story, in fact, that is based around two people or more talking to each other. I'll show you how that works. The first thing that you would have is some kind of plan for what you want to write. You might be talking to your mum about going to do the shopping, perhaps not the most exciting thing, or you might be talking about a secret map that you discovered that leads to buried treasure somewhere. Whatever the talking is, it needs to have purpose in the story. But more than that today, I want to focus on how the talking works. Now, you'll have seen things like speech marks. You've seen those before. Say, I said, these are speech marks. That's what Mr. M said. They indicate that whatever is in between those marks has been spoken by someone. In this case, it's me. The trick then is when somebody answers or replies or says something else, you drop a line so you don't carry on straight away. If I carried on and said something else, I would put more speech marks and carry on because it's the same person talking. But maybe somebody disagreed. No, they're not. In this case, it's unlikely that Jax would say anything. He's a dog. But for the sake of my story, I've said, these are speech marks, said Mr. M. No, they're not, said Jax. Now, if I was to carry on the argument with the dog about whether they were speech marks or not, if I was to reply to him, I wouldn't carry on here. No. I would come down here, make a new line instead. Now, it's really important we do that because even if you don't say said that or answered or replied or whatever word you want to use, if you've given them a new line, it indicates that they were replying to you anyway. When you read a book, they don't always say said Jax, said Mr. M. Sometimes they just leave it blank, and you can do that too, sometimes. So let's have a go at one, see how it looks. So I've put down a little story starter. One day Mr. M was walking to the shops to buy some more exploding baking powder when he saw a little green frog. Now, I'm going to say something here, but I don't need to drop down a line straight away because it's me, or the character, and the character is going to say something. It might be something simple like, hello, little frog. Clearly, that is the character that we've just introduced talking. G'day, chirped the frog unexpectedly. Now, as you can see, when the frog replied, unexpectedly or otherwise, they got a new line. Now, I had run out of room here anyway, but say the character Mr. M wants to react in surprise or create a conversation with the frog. I could start it here, but to indicate that somebody else is replying or that the next person is talking, I come down a line. I'll just pause there and I'll jot it in for you. So as the story develops, the two characters end up talking or arguing or however you want to work it. Wow, yay, a talking frog, gasped Mr. M. I don't have to say said all the time. There's 100 other ways you can say said. Well, a talking person, sighed the frog sarcastically. A rude talking frog. Now, I haven't put said Mr. M there or answered Mr. M, anything like that. I've just left it blank because it's clear that it's not the frog, it must be me again talking. So, in that case, I haven't put anything else. You can do that sometimes. Every now and again you need to say, to make it clear, who is speaking. The best way to do it, though, is to drop them down a new line. Even if they say something really, really short. So maybe the frog says, huh. That's all he says. He still gets a whole line just for that. So, what's happening there is that we're building this conversation between the two. And even though it takes a lot of paper, that's okay. Because what we're doing is telling the story through the dialogue that the characters are having. So, have a go for yourself, guys. See what you come up with. Be as imaginative as you can. Take some chances. Don't worry too much about spelling. If you make a mistake, I'm not sure I've spelt sarcastically right. I'll take a ruler, underline it, and check it later. Make sure it's all good then. Okay guys, have fun. Have a go.